I got an entry to ride, gonna win big tonight. Watch the charts dip, I'm timing it right. Crypto's my game, gonna spark the fight. Whales hold steady, let the market spin. Grabbing the entry with a trader's grin. Entry to ride, yeah. I'm setting the play. Stacking my coins, I'm seizing the day. Entry to ride, trading market so fine. Crypto's my spark, the profits all mine. Prices are dropping, I'm cool as can be. Snapping the low where the gains run free. Patience my trick, I'm the whale in the zone. Hitting the entry, watch my riches grow. Entry to ride, yeah. I'm setting the play. Stacking my coins, I'm seizing the day. Entry to ride, trading market so fine. Crypto's my spark, the profits all mine. When the bears growl, I don't skip a beat. Find the sweet spot, I'm bringing the heat. Whale in the trade, I'm sharp as a knife. Entry to ride, it's my way of life. Market's a roller, I'm riding the dip. Buying the low with a converted grip. Whales call the shots, let the panic subside. Nailed the entry, now I'm taking the ride. Entry to ride, yeah. I'm setting the play. Stacking my coins, I'm seizing the day. Entry to ride, trading market so fine. Crypto's my spark, the profits all mine. I got an entry to ride, gonna win big tonight. Treat like a boss, gonna own the charts tonight. Candles light the way, I'm reading every line. Stop loss locked and loaded, my wallet's feeling fine. Market's dancing sway, but I'm steady as a rock. Trust the chart sharp edge, not the hot bed toss. Trade like a boss, yeah. I'm running the show. Building my stack, dodging the blow. Trade like a boss, cut like a knife. Crypto's my stage, I'm living the life. Doji stars align, they're guiding my next play. Slash the losses quick, don't let the fear hold sway. Spread my bets around, keep the risk on a leash.
Check 1 2 1 2.
I'm the boss, watch me breathe. Trade like a boss, yeah. I'm running the show.
Sean, no, go ahead, Sean.
Building my stack,
Okay.
dodging the blow.
GS20. Okay. Join me now for the ringing of the cowbell sword. Oh crap! I screwed it up. You cursed me, Habib. You said I was going to screw it up, and I did. Join me now for the ringing of the cowbell ceremony. Please grab your ding-a-ling and give it a fling. It gets me every time. I swear it does. The cowbell. Wall Street has a bell. We got a bell too. Ours is a cowbell. In case you didn't know. Stop playing with it. You ring it more than 3 times or more than playing with it. You're doing something obscene. Jesus, Habib. You can go now, road dog.
My seat's wet.
Sorry. I sweat a lot.
There better be some of that. This song is kind of long.
What?
Pinocchio's Angels, is it your birthday? I don't have much to offer on the screen other than a little birthday cake. Where is the birthday cake?
My heart's a coin destroyed.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Ladies and gentlemen, when we last left off, Bitcoin was in a pickle. Let's go check out the charts and say hello to everybody.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you very much.
Welcome everyone to Late Night Crypto with Rogue Dog. Glad to have you here with me. Thank you for spending your time with me here tonight. We look at Bitcoin. Did a stream earlier today when we left off with that. Bitcoin was hanging closer right around this red line down here and got everybody kind of scared a little bit. We're on the 6-minute time frame here, watching the little smaller action in progress here. Let me reiterate, this is not where I make my plans, but this is where I watch them play out a lot of times. What we got over here that we can now mark off our little checklist is that we got past this little zone. However you want to interpret this, the easiest way without crossing hairs and going in, is that a triple bottom? Is that a head and shoulders? What? Yeah, is just remember, just like they taught you in art school, baby. If you ever went to art school, I don't know, art classes or whatever. You zoom out and you look at the bigger shape there, and you got a nice little channel. Now that channel has a measure move, so does any pattern formed in there, head and shoulders or otherwise. Same effect to the event there, that we come up here with a measure move that brings us back up really close to the top that we had over here during the stream. Today I was talking about the possibility of coming back up to $120,000, and in fact I put that into the title after the stream was over, 120K, because I honestly believe that is where we have a good chance of going up to. And I was a little disappointed because this morning or mid-afternoon, when I was around about and checking out and seeing what's going on the YouTube. On the YouTube. He says it like he says the Walmart, but he says the YouTube. When I was looking at the YouTube earlier tonight, he did it again. He said the YouTube. Sorry for that slight possession there. Dial it in. Anyway, There's a lot of bearish sentiment there. Of course, midday we were down here, but it's kind of weird, on the red candle days, especially in the mornings. It seems just like everybody looks for the worst on red candle days, and on green candle days they look for almost obscenely positive. It's like we're either going, really, really low, or we're going really, really high, and all we've really done is just kind of stay right here in the middle for the longest time. But the best thing about staying here in the middle is if this middle is hanging around this little red line I've got here, and as long as we do that, and especially fitting with where we are in the cycle, what we have to look forward to in the cycle, this is the perfect blast off platform for the mega run banana zone that we've been waiting so long for. This is the blast off platform here at the 236 Fibonacci area. As long as we stay on that platform, we got a good chance to blast off. We fall off that platform, well, we can't really complain to Elon. I don't know. Even though sometimes I have seen him make a little tweet that made Bitcoin just fall off a platform before. But we would be looking down here at these areas, but we don't have that going on yet. What we've done is we've made higher lows and higher highs, suggesting that we're changing the trend from this little downward-ish kind. It's not even really a downward trend. It's not. We had a higher high, higher lows, and then we never got a lower low, just never got a higher high. We're now trying to work our way up to that higher high. If we do that from this area, it's gonna be a fun one. And all we're looking for right now is just to get to 120 and above. See if we can do that much at least. But the players that are ruling this game for Bitcoin, if you're looking for some indicator help, I've got two for you. One of them, of course, is the one we always use here, is the Fibonacci. Let's pull from that swing high all the way down to this little swing low area right there. Pull it over to the side. Pull it down and to the side. What are you telling me to do? Right above that little blue line we got there, that little measure move from this little channel here. But right above it is our 618, and that's a great area for us to go up and retest. We actually need to get up higher. We actually need to, since we made a higher low here than we made over here, we need to work on knocking out this little guy. We need 121 for real. So that's, if we're going to do this right, if we're going to do this in respectable price action behavior, Bitcoin, I'm talking to you, that should be Bitcoin's mission. I feel like we're trying to decode Bitcoin's mission. He's on a secret mission. He knows exactly where he's going. Bitcoin's the only one that knows where he's going. We don't know. We're trying to decode it from all the secret little signals here that we can interpret on these charts. And what we can tell from past action and everything else is that should be his mission right there. 121.5 or higher. Bitcoin, don't disappoint me. You're off to a good start. You cleared the 382 fib area here. You cleared these areas. This is look, this is also a 236 from another one. Isn't that crazy? It's a 236 in both directions there. We got a double entendre 236 Fibonacci area. What the hell is this turkey talking about? Probably does sound kind of weird, somebody just tuning in. This guy's just talking numbers a lot. How do you know? What the hell? Let me know if it's confusing, and I will try to approach things a different way. Pattern-wise, trend line-wise, we had this kind of thing going on. It's kind of takes more of a symmetrical shape if we draw those lines. And then we lost that symmetrical shape over here. But if you take that original idea and continue it out, you see that that's our current resistance areas right now. I like to do that. Sometimes I just like to do that. It's always helped me out. It is true that these patterns change over time, and that you can take the new account into information and come up with some new variation. They are always evolving and transforming and whatever. And what I can see here, this trend line is really cool. I like this one right here. Can you see the beauty? This is the original one we had there. But from this top trend line, regardless of what's going on over here, right? Regardless, you screw these other lines. We're worried about the top line right now. I don't care about the bottom ones as much per se. I've got a different one. I'm looking at it totally anyway than any of these local ones. Look, we broke out. We came back for a retest. That is a perfect time for us to start working our way back up here to 123,000. I ain't bearish at all on Bitcoin. I don't know. Everybody got kind of bearish today. It felt like anyway. And I'm just not having it. I think altcoins are sucking. There's no doubt about that. This is our other trend line we got. If we want to come way back to the way back part, I like to go right here and just kind of grab that. Well, you kind of suck too. I'm looking for a deviation even on that one, but to be honest with you, I'm looking for this. I just want to connect this bottom over here with these two bottoms here, and that gives me a makeshift trend line, a line in the sand. If we break it, I want to, you know, take some serious actions here, rethink my thoughts in life, what I'm planning on doing. Why am I in this trade? Do I want to continue in this trade? Do I really want to have money if we're going to break that trend line in on this Bitcoin thingamajiggy bob? And the answer should be, you know, no, take action, do something, sell a little bit, or get all the way out. Get the hell out of Dodge. We're not there right now. This is in the 1 hour time frame, ladies and gentlemen. Turkey's a little bit animated. We're drinking that good ass coffee in the see-through cup. Oh my God! You can see through my clothes with this thing. Don't want to expose the turkey nipples. That would just not be professional. So while Bitcoin is looking like she wants to recover and making my little trade and happy, adding to it down through here, getting a good little entry. I think I'm at 117 or something right through there. Watching her go up, and so we got something in the works there, and gosh darn it, I need to find a point to add some more to it, I believe. Maybe now with this little double toppy top thing coming down retest area that we got going on right now in the 15-minute, I'll finally get my chance to add back to my little bag, and we might be seeing these areas. Might have a little retest around 18.4, or this little makeshift neckline that we just drew. 118.6. We might come back down to a few $100s there. That's perfectly fine to retest this, but our goal is to hit that 120 area. Ladies and gentlemen, let me come over and say hello to you guys. Also, while I'm doing all that, let me throw in my little marker. And if you got any altcoins that you want to take a look at, you can throw them right under this request, and that way I'll be able to see them. Otherwise, I might miss them in the chat. Just makes it an easier place for me to get back to. We'll come and say hello to everybody that's here. Hello, everybody. And then we'll come back, take a quick look at the indices, because that's what clues us into what's going on. That's what gave us the warning a couple of days back that, hey, man, altcoins are about to get funny on you here. And here we are. They did it. They went funny on us. Little one like, oh my God! They freaked out on us. And so Bitcoin is starting to recover, and altcoins are like, now what? Dumbasses. All right, total. You're going to say hello to everybody first. I jumped the gun. Can you say that on YouTube now? Because used to you couldn't say that. 16 people hanging out with me. Hello, everybody. I see that Chris Klein was here first tonight. Congratulations, Chris. Hey! That's an accomplishment. I can't be first anywhere. Floki's Angel was in seconds. Hey, dog, I love your show. Oh, man. That comment just warms my little chicken heart. My turkey heart. Turkey. I'm all white meat. We got Dave P in the house. We've also got MG Motorsports, Crypto Manipulation Trader. Could you please let me know if it's a good time to enter along for SWE? We're still looking at SWE. Let me get my little list kind of... Man, I got so many little lists over here from so many shows that we've done. It's crazy. Take a look at SWE. Write it down so I won't forget it, because I see squirrels. Sometimes I see dead squirrels. And happy birthday to you, Floki's Angels. Happy birthday. Well, it's only fitting. It's birthday. They had some cake in the intro, but moon rockets and fireworks are... That's what we do here. And maybe a little hopium. What's a birthday without hopium? I'm just saying. A little smoke to go with them fireworks. Happy birthday. We got Sam. We got Brackett's Adventures. How's it going, guys? Glad to have you here. Chris Klein says, love the music. Seductive. This is my vampire music. And I think I would say we got Soul. So message retracted. Hey, oh, it doesn't show when I press it. It doesn't show up. Huh? Okay, I didn't know that. And there is our submit your coin request below. We'll take a look at some of the altcoins. Oh wow, there's a lot of stuff underneath there. You guys are just chatty Cathy. Our chat rate is 10. Oh my gosh, that's a lot. 21 people hanging out. Hey, cool. Thank you guys. Kelly is here. Kelly Pant, Brackets Adventures, Pengu. I think I've said hello to everybody. Answer me. How's it going? Glad to have you. Meet Damien. Olaf. Nice to see you doing your regularly scheduled broadcast. This one falls into everything nightly. Actually, I really got used to 10:30. It seems like it gradually wants to come back. I just end up staying up all night. But now, and it might be because of the good ass copy. Hey man, you're in my way there, good ass copy. Coffee, you're in my way. There we go. Now I'm in front of the coffee. But some good ass coffee. Now I've got some chicory. It's not really no coffee. It's 100% chicory. It hits a spot. Is there that or hot chocolate? But they put a lot of corn syrup, but not chocolate. And last time I did hot chocolate, I started getting bad. Started blowing up. I was like, well, that's a bad habit. I just need that late night warm drink. But I don't know. Here in the summertime, I don't know. It seems to work. I'm in a cold basement. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let me make a list of what we've got going on over here. I do a request for Sui, Solana Zeus. Well, I haven't looked at Zeus in a long time. Zeus. And so far, and we got Pingu. So I got stopped out of my Pingu trade. It was going really good. I did good on it. But yeah, I kind of wish I hadn't gotten stopped out. She would bounce right back. MG Motorsport says, I've been playing with Sahara the last day or so. Could we look at that, Rodon? Sahara, I'm not familiar with it. Okay. And Chris Klein's Caspa. People. OP. Cardonzo. And Brett. Hey. All right, well, let's start knocking some of these guys off. First, we want to take a look, though, just to be responsible Degens that we are, because they're the only ones that really keep the money that they make. So altcoins, we were talking about the possibility, we're trying to figure out what the hell is it trying to do, because she's at area of rejection. Pretty strong rejection. The 786, 886, those are some strong areas. And we're pleased to see if it gets past this area, but it couldn't keep it, so it lost it. So we got rejected over here, so that means pull back for altcoins if we're looking at the total 3 version here, right? The good news is that as soon as I straighten this out here, we can get some ideas about, hey man, where could we be bouncing and turning this little puppy back around, make this more of a positive experience for you, me, and everybody else. And those guys can stay there because they're still from a bigger pool. They're still valid. However, we'll take our new Fibonacci read. Actually, I want to go back here and just kind of remember where we bounced here. Was 618 area? And where did you come up to? You came up, yeah. Okay, so she needs a retrace. She's due. Our bearish ABCD has just played out from down here. So yeah, it's time for a pullback on you. And she's already at her first area, and the rules are pretty simple, man. I mean, we want to keep this idea in mind. It's not normally where we expect something really fantastical to happen, but it has been happening quite a bit lately. But the normal place we'd look back for a really strong, this is the normal place we would look back for. Just as a general rule of thumbs, if we're in an upward trend for our pullbacks, if we're going to continue in that trend, we would look for the 382 to hold. If we in the blast off territory, we kind of hang around this little guy. That's what Bitcoin's doing on the bigger things. Bitcoin is trying to do something big here. The altcoins, well, I don't think that they are. I think that they're trying to, if we're lucky, we'll get some traction here. if we drop back a few tens of billion dollars and give back some of those gains. Not all of it, but some of it. And it could get a little bit more tricky if we come back down and start testing these bottom trend lines, because that could still happen too. And you see, we start looking at local pattern ideas that start fleshing themselves out, and we can start seeing some ideas over here like, oh, here's another little local pattern. And that's a bearish one. That's a bearish megaphone here on the local idea, right? So we can squeeze and put all these things. And seeing that can save you from, oh, let's make it a flag to the upside. You lose this area, especially this one, your flag days are probably over. Just gotta throw that out there. I just get in the habit of drawing lines, and they start turning into a lot of things over here, but the lines act as support or resistance, either horizontal or in a diagonal manner. So there's some possibility that over the next few days that we could, it's not written in stone, but we could be dropping down here with our altcoins. It might be a little jingle jangly over the next few hours until we do that. We might have a little give back and take. So if you see a little pumpy out of altcoins and say, hey man, I might want to take some profits, maybe. I want to come down to the 4 hour and see what we're getting over here. And let's go ahead and get this fib off of there, so we can see some things without some of the extra lines. And coming on the 4 hour, I want to go from here and tackle this little guy. I want to use these points for my lines, and that should be our nice little trend line, which we broke in. Boom, boom, boom. We could take a measure move here to there, put it here, and this suggests that we come down here to this area. So we're getting a lot of little things also down here on the 4 hours, the 100 moving average. So I got lots of little signs saying, hey man, yeah, it looks like this is for real. So now the question is, well, if that's where we're going to go, what's the path that we're going to go to get there? Not that it matters too much, but if it involves a little bit of up and then down, that gives us a chance to do a couple of things. Oh crap! I just saw that. My bad. 22 people. Where is it? Get off of there. We moved you. Now I lost it. Coffee. My bad. I've been sitting here talking about all this, and everything was about, you couldn't see what I was showing you. Now I feel stupid. Turkey feels stupid right now. Feels really numb. 25 people. Imagine that. All you need is a little good ass coffee to get more people to come to the show. Imagine that. Oh my gosh. There's going to be a blooper reel at some point. All the stupid stuff we do on the show. Anyway, this is my point over here for total 3. And I was trying to explain what we might, some more downside could be in the way for total 3. That means your altcoins, ladies and gentlemen. You're on a correction for your altcoins. Now we talked, I don't know if you guys remember this last night, but I pulled up Elliot. We got up, the Elliott wave indicator last night, and I was asking him on his opinion, because I was saying, Elliot, this looks like a correction to me now. It looks like, and he's like, no, it's not. It's going to go up. Look, I think he's probably still doing a little bastard. Yeah, see, he's pulling this crap. So me and Elliot are still kind of at odds here. I say we got a correction. Elliot says, no, it's a 4-way. We're getting ready to blast off to Valhalla. And I'm like, you already broke a trend line. And this is, me and Elliot's been going at it all freaking day today. I'm sick of you, Elliot. Anyway, I don't agree with Elliot. I think we're coming down here. Let's see let's see how this wins out. Me and Elliot Wave are having an issue. I think you got enough up there to qualify. Sometimes Elliot just pisses me off. I just got to get that out of my system. However, all these other little things down here, the moving averages, man, they look good. Correction, people. Not reversal, correction. We got enough momentum to get us going back in the right direction there. So what does this mean? What is the turkey saying? This is saying, although our altcoin bags suck right now, whatever you've held on to, and it depends on how you're playing this, man. So many people play this different. You're either trading, you're doing perpetual futures, you're doing spot margin with a little bit of leverage, or you're doing spot. Okay, we got different techniques on how to do this. Some people are looking for shorts and everything like that. There could be some shorting ideas coming, and this kind of tells us how we can play that. If you're kind of new to the game, if you've been into this, you're kind of, I'm bored with what this turkey's talking about. I know all this. Everybody knows this already. And congratulations for being to that point. point because it takes people a lot of time to get there. We could be bouncing off of here, coming up, and then rolling over. If that is the case, then as we come up, we take profits in our altcoins and maybe entertain the ideas of looking for some short ideas as we enter a local top with these altcoins. And then, trusting that this is what is happening, we come back and lose these areas. And then we come down here and probably bounce from this area, to be honest with you. That's the first area we're going to look for. And gives you some profits. And that is a likely scenario that I'm looking at, and because we broke our trend line. So alts kind of suck, man. And looking over here, look, we're down 5% today, 4% today. The sentiment for altcoins has got to be in the dumps. I haven't Googled it or anything, or X'd it, or grokked it, or whatever the cool term is now, but you can tell over here, man, people are not feeling good about them damn altcoins. Hopefully you took some profits on them when they were up, because we're up. Really? I mean, and they're still up for the week. Come on, man. They're still up on some of these, up 44% over here in this category. What the hell have you got going on? Meme coin, 4,000%. Well, I missed that one. What, you nailed it? Man, I suck at this. That sucks. How come you wrote down it? It's the first I ever heard of meme coin. I would say that, wow. That's amazing. 4,000% and 400x in 1 week. Well, that could have been our Lambo right there, Sean. I'm blaming Sean. It's Sean's fault. He's our company Degen, and he should have been. Sean, you should have been on that little Degen. You got. Are you really a Degen? No, I know you're and a pervert too. He's a Degen and a pervert. All right, so. Let's see what we can figure out over here, ladies and gentlemen, because we're supposed to be getting in some altcoins. We're taking a look at SWE. We'll get them rolling now. 25 people hanging out. I promise. I told you, I see squirrels. So I'm over here on Coinbase looking at SWE, and we've had her charted out. Same situations we're looking at before, or talking about before. Lost the trend line. Losing that main trend line that you're tracking right there is usually a good sign that something, and you're going to stop being happy. A number go up like you wanted it to, stops it being over, and something sideways or down, or both. Take action. So right there at $4 was the sign. Looks like we're coming back to retest these areas. 351, 350 areas where I'm seeing that we could possibly get some support if we go down further. We've also just bounced off this, or found some local support on the 100 moving average here on the 4 hour. That could hold, or it could be a little up and then some more down till we come down here, okay? So she's a little under the weather, but this is a great place for it to bounce. We don't need you anymore, do we? So SWE on the 4 hour, you know what goes up comes down, baby. And then it goes, hopefully we'll go back up. It broke. I mean, this was bullish. Bearish pattern broke up to the upside, retested it as best as it could, formed a new trend line, and now we're just coming back to retest. Hopefully this one will hold. And then from here, when you zoom out, and that's what's helpful, if we zoom out, and just like, oh, I can see it now. We're in this big old pattern where we bounce continuously from these lower bottoms, and once we bounce from there, we go up quite a bit. Went up to 422 over here. Jesus, Sean, come on, dude. Anyway, but we could be looking at this. I got the higher targets over here at 633 and 679. That's what I see as possible here with this big setup that we got going on. It just depends. Are you doing a trade that you're willing to wait and do what it takes to get up there? Or are you doing one that's going to get one of these smaller or shorter targets over here? Or are you going to figure out a way that you can play all of them? Just keep those. That's the best way, in my personal opinion. 351 is what I'm looking for us to come back to, if we can get back down there. Here on the 2 hour, you're bouncing off the 200 moving average. That's bullish. I hope that hits. Hope that sticks. And again, if we do not make it over here, I ain't pissed about it. Are you? But there's a good chance that we might still end up here. She might roll up, roll back. There is, you would be looking at this as well, that's kind of cool if we get under the bodies. So if you look at this as like a possible M shape, and it can be, we make a nickel line. That's actually a good sign to be back above that. So there's some hope that maybe if we do come back, maybe it can still catch here and never come back down here. But so far, that's me target though. I'm looking for. If she wants to keep going downwards, 351. She wants to go up, then hell yeah, let's do it. Make it back up, baby. Eventually, and remember, we're trying to bounce off of this area down here, so we want it to bounce in these areas. If she doesn't go as down as low as we think, then that's a bullish sign. And then we can take this line wherever we establish, and actually, I can see some signs that might, well, no, let's give it some more time. Something like that might hold. All right, so sweet, I think is looking okay. Is this a place to get in? I mean, if you want to add to your bags, it's for an entry, it's kind of, you can make an argument that you could be working on the bottom. I mean, it's a risky entry because you're still buying in the upper thirds. You're buying in the upper levels over here instead of buying on the bottom, so you're always taking more risk over there. Well, I'm sorry, just gotta repeat. Sometimes it's obvious to some, but it's not obvious to others. I remember being new, and there's things that's obvious to everybody else that wasn't obvious to me. I was naive. Solana, looking at you now. I drew this line here, the curved line. You got three kinds of lines there, and that's one of them, the curved ones. They don't always hold, man. I usually have to depend on the straight lines, right? This one is really getting some respect. Look at that. Look at those candle bodies that are respecting these angles here. Just on this curved line here. That's impressive. That's giving me some hope that maybe it will continue to hold. The biggest thing is holding this area at 185. That's a good sign. Fibonacci wise, we could have our explanation, and we need to have a good one for it. We got a strategy, a system. We got to make sure it follows that system. What would that system be? She finding support on this 236 and for a parabolic move. If that's what we're doing, that's what we would expect. It's got a chance to go, people. So we don't want to see it. We don't want to see it consolidate. We don't want to see consolidate. We don't want to see it break anything else. We want to see it go straight up from here. I mean, that's what to expect. Anything else is going to kind of get away from this idea, and we'll have to flirt with the idea that we might break this area. But she's at the point right now, as we're speaking, if she's going to do something, it needs to be straight up. And I'm on the 2 hour. Yeah, look over here on the 15, and what are we looking like? We're at support, and you're looking at trying to make a bottom pattern. A lot of people are going to see that as an inverted head and shoulders. Other people are going to be following trend lines. We've got to break out of the trend line idea. A lot of people are going, look at the shoulder, head and shoulder them. Some other people might see another little channel over here we broke out of. So we've already had 2 or 3 little breakouts, depending on how you want to look at it. Getting bullish here on Solana. Does it drop down to 183? And man, this looks bullish AF to me. I might have to, on my little my margin bags here, I might want to just add me I might want to grab me another one of them little boogers for my bag here before she gets too crazy. I might nibble now. If she does come back, and you could see something, a little pullback or whatever while we kind of do that, but it seems to be respecting this area right here. Solana looks surprisingly good to me right there. Let's take a look at Zeus. Zeus, that's questionable right here. Looks like zoom out here. Zooming out's nice. See how good it is to zoom out. So we got rejected in this area. Haven't quite touched that 236 area. So the way I'm looking at it, these are areas for rejection. These are areas for support. And What are you doing over here? Trend line. Could see it come down here, that low, 1680. 16 cents, 16.8 cents, whatever. Could do it. It's just accumulating through here. This is a great area to accumulate. Below the 236 area here, below 23 cents. This, if you're building a bag strategy for something to hold to make the real gains, you know, when we can get up to these areas to make, you know, 200% or whatever, gets up to 48 cents, something in that area. This is where you want to be accumulating when it's at 17, 18 cents. So Zeus looks good to me. Targeting back 23 cents and then 32 cents for some target areas to take some profit, where we'll probably likely get rejected in those areas. On this one, it may go through it because she's already tried it and she's trying to do some stuff. It may take her a while to get up to here, but when she does, I would expect it to get rejected and not hang out here or blast on through it. I would expect to see something to happen there. That's why she is the pivot point at 31.8, right at 32 cents. And from here to there, that's a pretty good come up. 77% gains possible out of that. All right, let's take a look at Pengu. Look at you, Pengu. You got rejected over here at the 618 like you should, like is common. Like, let's not be disappointed. Now the question is it going to get a correction from that, or is it just going to, you know, is it going to get a little shallow pullback? See that 382 right there? It's still shallow pullback. Might just we could do something here. It looks kind of ballsy. It looks like she might, what I'm trying to get at, it looks like she might have enough, takes a little break, and then could go for a second run on that and actually get above that 618 area. If so, we're looking for the 786. It's going to be a wee bit higher. She's going parabolic. Pingo! You're leaving me! Why are you taking off and leaving me, Pingo? Gosh darn it, Pingo. You got anything on the 15-minute? What are you doing over here, girl? You got a support resistance flipper going on right here. A little bearish retest, it looks like. Can you come down a little bit lower? She might be going through a little bit of a corrective phase right here. You know, you got your fifth wave in. Ah, there we go. Yeah, fifth wave's in, ABC correction. Ooh. Okay, so that's why I'm not in. So Pengu might be coming through a little bit of correction. I don't know if she'll come back down to 3 cents. I would take it. I would get in there if it did. But that is a possibility. Can we zoom out and kind of get some more word on this? Probably should. We're operating off the old information right there. So several ways to look at this. Pengu on the 4 hour. Not much difference there. I want to go with that one. That was more local. So I'm looking at this. I'm looking from this bottom point, and we got one hump up here. Depending on how you want to look at that. And there's one trend line. And then we got another hump over here. That's a secondary hump. Secondary trend line. And I mean, gosh darn it, if we're not looking for a third hump there, the third hump usually comes before the dump. And here's our third trend line, and so far it's holding. So this one's starting to go parabolical. That'd be a great play. Man, Pengu, you looking bullish on this? When I do that, you look bullish AF. Makes me want to go in. You just said we was trying to come down. What the hell? Make up your mind now. I'm taking a look at the MACD over here on the 4 hour. So is it going to cross, or are we going to get duck lips? Because duck lips are bullish. That means it just ricochets right off there like duck lip. Ooh. We start seeing this thing deflect off of that and go like that. That's duck lips. And that's bullish AF. But the cross, that'd be bearish. If it crosses over, then the things are not looking good for the Pengu. So So man, as much as I want to just jump on into something right now, as much as I want to degen in on this one, I got to be patient on you. Wait for the signal. If you lose this trend line, no bueno. You bounce off and go up. We might have something to work with. Gosh darn it! I hate being in this situation. All right. It's a risky place to get in. It's a risky. You're buying near the tops. But hey, if you think it can go up higher, it's the fun of playing that one. Take a look at Sahara. I'm not familiar with this one at all. Oh, look at you! Dang. Well, clearly I missed out on this one too. Coming from like it's doubled up. Well, clearly, after it's approached right up here at the 113 area, that was a take profit point right there. She's almost back here. Let's start going, zooming in here. What do we got going on here? So we pull our fibs. I would have went to that one first. It's showing, oh, she might be still wanting to go. We'd be looking for this target right here, 22. 0.0 or 0.222. It looks like it is actually. I know we sometimes we talk about flags, right? But when the flags are respecting your 382 area, that's a good sign that it might. And if it's not broken a trend line like this one, it hasn't broken that one. It's still got wiggle room. You might have something here, even if it goes sideways and does some other stuff. This one is telling me, what is this, Sahara? Okay, I don't even know what this is, but it's telling me 22 cents is a decent target. That would be the area I would expect a strong rejection from. That's 45% more gains out of this one. As far as indicators go here on the 1 hour, I'm just starting noticing this one. You're getting the blessings from Market Cipher saying, yeah, right now. Got a buy signal there. Here on the MACD, it's just now flipped up bullish right there. This made me want to check total 3. Are you getting bullish? Total 3 getting bullish too. So we're starting to see some moves out of Altcoin. I came back here to total 3 just to remind you that, you know, we did break a trend line on total 3. So we can expect some of these altcoins to come back up, but at that point, that's where we're looking for the rejection. So this is the 1 hour. We got about, I don't know, next few hours here, next 4, 5, 6 hours. What is that? Going into the morning, that I guess Asia can, or whoever, and England can, the UK, when they wake up and come into this in a few hours, push us up a little bit, and then we might lose it from there, okay? So we're seeing some good bullish things on some of these altcoins, but just keep in mind, on the bigger move thing, just keep in mind that we might get rejected here in a few hours. So there's some good plays to be had on short term. Any kind of scalps going on right now might be kind of cool to look at too. So Sahara. It looks like she's got a little bit in her, so I would look at these other higher targets there. It looks like she's trying to make a run for the money. So what targets? What targets, man? Well, I had it right there. So she might come back up and retest that if she goes for anything higher. I mean, look for about 18, 19 cents, but I don't doubt it. I doubt it. But she might come back up and retest that for a double top scenario. Wait, but the 222 cents. I don't know if that's going to happen now, or she's got to kind of fight her way up there over the next, you know, it might take a day, or I don't know. That is the target. Who knows in the next few hours, considering what she's done over here. I can't see it happening, but anything could happen. That is my higher target, though. All right, let's take a look at people. People. 28 people hanging out with me. Glad to have you guys. Thanks for hanging out. It's 2 cents right now on the 1 hour. I'm going to zoom out to the 4 hour, and let me get just the price action here. So you're getting a pullback. You got a choppy chart. Zoom out more. Ooh, get a look at the big picture. What's going on there? Because that's what matters. Let's get these signs off. So, what have you done since we last looked? We had a trend line, you broke it, and you're still beneath it technically, but trying. So I take that into account, and that's going to be resistance for it, and has been. That's why we're having a struggle. But we can also do this, and it lines up very nice with our angles there, so that's just as valid. It's a valid trend line. Both of those trend lines are technically valid. This one just makes a little bit more sense with the latest information we got. And that clues us in that maybe we might be retesting or thinking about it. You might see that we're at the 2 cent area, just fractions of a penny below, and what is that, 0.01819 area. Could happen, doesn't have to. We might be bouncing right where we're. So we got some bullish crosses going on here on our moving average. We could pull out fibs and probably find a fib level right where we're at. We're at an area where we could find some support and bounce on the daily. So now let's come down to the 4 hour and see what that looks like over here. Could be a little bit more down here. 200 moving average is about 1.0195 area right here. We could bounce anywhere in between there and find support. It would be nice to actually touch the trend line and bounce off of that one more time. That would be cool, but if it doesn't, then we take that as a bullish AF sign that we got a parabolic move trying to work its way, trying to veer its weird little head over here, and that's a good sign too. So I wouldn't be pissed at all. Any of the upness that we got here is looking good. And we need to come back over here to point. Right at 4 cents. We got to get up to that 4 cent area. So people, a little bit of a pullback, getting back into a zone where you can start thinking about adding to your bags if that's what you're trying to do. Moving averages look good on the 4 hour. Everything looks good here to me. Just correcting. Take a look at OP. OP on Binance, you're getting a pullback too. Everything's getting a pullback. All the altcoins are getting a pullback because they were going crazy, man. They were going crazy again. People FOMO and chasing them and everything. You're at a juicy little pullback area. You dirty little minx. You're making me get a little bit excited here. I got a fuzzy wuzzy going on right now. What's going on down there? Anyway, that one made me feel tingly inside right there. She could come down a little bit more though. We got a trend line here, kind of pointing the way. Not saying it has to, but the 0.5 Fibonacci, maybe in the 618. I'd hate to see that happen though. I'm not really looking for 618s anymore. If I see them, I'm thinking, is that a sign of weakness? We should be looking at 0.5s and 382s for fib pullbacks. Even for the corrections, I mean, a 0.5 pullback is kind of where I'm as low as we kind of want to see them go at the moment. Hopefully that makes sense with the fibs. When I say it's like a thermometer, it really is like a thermometer, and you can use these levels to gauge how hot this market is getting. And this market is getting pretty gosh darn hot, to be honest with you. It really is. And we want to keep it staying that way. So if we're only getting pullbacks when we go from a bottom to a high on a Fibonacci, if we're only getting these pullbacks and they're sticking, we're bouncing routinely around a 382 or above. That's a pretty exciting, fiery market right there. 0.5, that's still good. That's good. We're cooking. Even at 618, we're still cooking, but we're kind of like, hey man, is this going to be leftovers? Am I going to have leftovers? We're going to find ourselves way down here in these lower areas, and I'm going to be stuck with a bag. Leftovers. Get it. Anyway, we start losing some steam around through here. Losing the 618 is, then we start, looking for the deep ass retracements, and that says, man, all that big ass momentum we were hoping up at the upside, we got to wait on all that. That momentum's gone. No, right here, momentum is still there. We could bounce, and your target for this one would be $1.04. If the condition is if we can bounce at this, what is that, 68 cents? So if we don't go any lower than the 68 cents, or we don't close any lower, we can dip below just a little bit. We did it already. But we hold this area here at 68 and bounce. Yeah, we could be looking at that little guy. It's kind of like a one-to-one measured move. Takes us right up there, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the measured move magic if you got it right there. But the fibs told me earlier, so I didn't have to take that step. Just to let you know that it's there in case you wanted to take it. It's showing us maybe that we're doing some things. We're just in the middle of a move where we get a pullback and then we eventually find ourselves with a higher high over here. Just like we need to see happen in this market. Things are looking good in crypto. We're just getting a second little chance to just add to our buy the dip. When we are in those moves to the upside where we are pulling back to 382 areas on our fibs, or even like what we're seeing now with Bitcoin, the 236, that red line. Remember I keep talking about the red line? If that's what we're seeing on the power, because it's happened more than once, it's happening more and more often. That means you are technically in buy the dip territory. You know that all the songs sing about and everybody talks about buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip. That's when you're in buy the dip territory, because the pullbacks are shallow. It's when them pullbacks start getting deep that's like, hey, buying this dip's not as fun as it used to be. I don't know if I like this dip. This dip is kind of... So does that make sense? We like to buy the dips when we're in the strong run, and we, in my opinion, we're there. And I think it's going to get a lot more interesting as quarter 3 starts coming around here. So can we take a look? Did we take a look at Cardano? I thought we just did. Did we not? I think we flipped over here and then I saw a squirrel and went somewhere else. This is on Coinbase on the 4 hour. It ain't enough. I've got to go somewhere bigger than that. How about Binance? Binance has had this going for a long time. Get more price history here. So zooming out, we see a breakout of a channel and we're just making our ways higher high, higher low is in order. Can we hit 77 cents? We're at 81. That could still happen, or even a little bit lower, to be honest with you. All these little guys down here. You see all these, I'm on the 4 hour, so this is kind of significant. 200 moving average, all of our bigger ass moving averages are out down here. This looks like an ABC correction. It could be coming down, come up, and then come down here, right? A little 2-wave move to, well, technically a 3-wave move, I guess. It's on how you count that. To the downside there. Elliot, what do you say? I'll screw you, Elliot. You say, oh, well, okay, you are saying it too. You just hadn't got there. So Elliot thinks it's 2. He sees 5 waves up here. Sometimes we agree. And this is the A, B, C. And that's kind of, he hasn't pointed out the C yet. But the C wave could bring us right back to retest this breakout area. About 70 cents. And so this could be something that's taking us for the rest of the week, maybe all week to get down here. I don't know how, So Cardano looks like it's got some reaccumulating here to do, as some people take some profits that I guess accumulated when it's 50. So well, they're taking some quick profits there. You're just now getting above this double bottom situation. That's a nice one there too. That came down to that is a true double bottom. It came back and tested the exact same area right there. Can't bitch about that. You can, but then you'd just be a Karen for something, looking for something to bitch about. That's good stuff. Look at these little saggies. Need some pasties on them. What's going on there? I like it. It went up here and now it ain't there no more. Sucks when it ain't, but hey man, let's be patient. It can get up again. Trying to figure out how to read this angle. There's some different variations there. Let's see what happens at 70 cents down here too. All right, let's take a look at Brett. That would be Brett right here. Are you pulling back too, Brett? You at half a penny? You at 5 cents? Back at 5 cents. We're going to zoom out on Brett. We're going to clear this out for Brett. I have this line there, but I can't remember what it's there for. Was something supposed to happen? I don't know. Yes, remove them. So the biggest thing that I see when I look at this is this trend line right here saying that's going to be a problem when we come back and talk to it. I'm just saying. And then I kind of wonder, is there some respect over here between it and some other things that are going on? There's a little bit. Regardless, we do have a bottom and then a second range over here. So now we got a established trend line right there. And we're on the daily chart. And if we do come down and retest the bottom of this trend line, which probably will happen at some point, doesn't have to happen now. Actually, doesn't look like it wants to happen at all now. According to these moving averages, they're saying, I'm ready to rock and roll. Let's take a bigger look at Breck here, and so we can figure out how to play this little guy over the next week or so. So we won't be freaked out by any spasmodic moves. Looks, it's pumping. Now it's not. Now it's pumping. Now it's not. We zoom out. We're kind of like, well, at least we know where it should be headed, right? Ultimately, we're kind of looking right over here. About that 10.5 cent area. Be targeting that for our higher high that we'll get there. We could even fine tune that a little bit, but I think we'll see the overlap. We'll pull our fib from high to low there and see which one we knock out. Oh, you're right in the middle of my zone there. That's all right. If you're going to be wishy-washy, I'll be wishy-washy too. We'll just draw a little big red box right there. And we're going to say, get paid. Get paid. All right, so that's the payday. Damn it, Sean. Okay, never mind. Nobody will know. So that's what I see on the daily. 4 hour, looking for that pull back, are we? A lot of people are a lot of them newfangled pattern gurus out there will be looking like a shoulder, head and a shoulder, blah blah blah. I never get anything out of what they're saying because they never explain anything well to me. They just this is a bearish channel right here, and you can see the 3 humps there. If you want to, I don't think it's got a solid neckline to make a head and shoulders, but that's just me. Still, we still got the same effect if we're in a channel that's bearish to break to the downside, and it can do that, and that would bring us all the way back down here to retest this area down here, which, it being a pattern wise a complex inverted head and shoulders, if you can squint your eyes and tilt your head and see that we only have a small shoulder but we got a bunch of shoulders on this side of the head. Listen, you can't tell me anything. Anyway, regardless of how you look at that, we got a breakout of this trend line right here. It's got a good chance to come back and retest that little sucker before we continue on. There's just a good chance that that can happen. Just saying, so don't be surprised. I guess we could pull out our old fib tricks that they work every time. You know, I mean, not every, they're trustworthy. And right there is our good old trustworthy 618. Ooh, that'd be a deeper retest. We just said we don't want to see that. We'd rather see not go past the 0.5. So let's put this idea to the test and see which one wins out. So back to a nickel, I think could happen over time. And it might find it every step of the way, and that's good. That's cool. So you're it's not dropping immediately, and you know, just kind of getting there slowly. But after we get there, and then good things start happening, like then we start looking toward higher highs, like 7-8 cents. That's the kind of thing I'm looking at right there. Not a bad thing, just you know, just a pullback day. But she's not confirmed it yet. She could very well bounce in here and just go on up. So what are you thinking, Road Dog? Actually, when I come over here, she's showing the first signs of trying to do that. It's got a, okay. So we're in a bearish formation here. And I was going by this angle here, and then we've only got totally 2 touches there. We'd have to bring it up here to make it anything different. But when I respect the value, I think it's got a chance actually to come back up here. Closer to the 7 cents, actually. That one's looking pretty good to me. Let's go to the 15 minute and see what you're saying. bigger moving averages are hopeful. The smaller ones are about to give up. But even here, you're starting to form a possible bottom formation there. Depending on how you want to look at it, whether you're looking at it this way as a megaphone pattern breaking out, or if you're looking at it as some kind of slanted possible head and shoulders or whatever. That idea is not as strong yet, but it could be. It just hasn't confirmed. With that, then you got all the touches that you need to do that. Both of them have a good chance to break out. My favorite out of those two, if I'm looking for things like this, would be this guy, because it's got a 72% chance to break to the upside. So to me, it looks like short term, yeah, we can come back to 6.2 and try to get up to 7. So, well, that makes me feel a little bit better about Brett. Still, I would rather see you about 15 or 20 cents, but hey, that's just me being greedy right now. Well, guys, we've been doing 28 people hanging out. We've been doing this for a little over an hour. I want to come back and take a look at Bitcoin, which some of the people out there were giving up on Bitcoin earlier today. I don't know why they got so bearish. I mean, it was a red day to start out with, but it's Tuesday, right? Or Wednesday, Tuesday. What is today? Wednesday, hump day? We had Monday, and they pumped us on a Monday, which that's not usually what they do, right? So they did something, bullish on the Monday. You don't expect to, get humped on the hump day. And now they're turning things. Now we're setting things up for Wednesday for what we'll do during the weekend. The whales are already making their plans. It looks to me like they got plans to pump us into maybe they want to pump us into Friday and then play with us more to death in the weekend. I don't know. But they're already putting their plan into effect, in my personal opinion. And I'm looking for 120,000, 121,000. We'll see what happens with price there. And one of these days, if we're fortunate, knocking out these higher highs, we can get past that little guy. Like I said, we respected this particular Fibonacci area right here. Listen at 117,300, whatever, that one. Same thing I was talking about earlier in the stream. If we're going to go parabolic, we're going to bounce off this little sucker. We're going to do a nice, strong, oh my God, rocket ship. Oh, we've been waiting for so long for this move. What? There's not enough Bitcoin on exchanges and everybody wants it? I don't know who needs it, but they're coming for Bitcoin and they want it. And we'd rather see them do it and make price go up rather than them just get all greedy and try to start taking it from us shadily. And they can do that too. Trying to hack us for it and all this other stuff. But not really coffee, but a coffee substitute and a green coffee. Look, you're seeing through my nipple again. Is that legal? I feel exposed. Goodness gracious. Let me come back to the chat here. Thank you. Let me come down back to the bottom of the chat here. What do we got? Oh, thank you, Avi. Avi, you go out of the way there to do that. So I appreciate that. He puts all the links and stuff from the description, and this is how you can help support the channel. Do you see anything there that rocks your boat, like IP vanish for a VPN? Also, what is why am I not thinking of the name of it? Well, anyway. iTrustCapital is what I'm thinking of. That's been kind of cool. I'm just saying. That's something you can do with your 401k and non-tax trading and stuff. iTrustCapital. I like it. I don't ever talk about it that much. I hadn't checked my account in a while. I need to do something when we're up here on Bitcoin. Nice little account to grow, I'd say. XRP is the new GameStop. Where are you at, XRP? You're kind of the disappointment. I think we talked about this earlier today. You just got worse. You just got worse and worse. You lost your parabola. Man, it sucks when that happens. That's what we don't want to see on that other coin.
lines, candlesticks, the market's own tattoos. Highs and lows, the rhythm of the trade. Stay focused, don't let the noise invade. Technical analysis, my trusted guide in the crypto market.
Oh, it's got something right. I mean, it looks like it may look like I just draw these things wherever I want them, but that's not what I'm doing. I'm actually coming down here. I'm looking really close. There's this angle that it starts out before it starts going up and diverting from there, right? And I'm looking at those very first angles right there. You see that? And it sounds crazy, but I mean, that's where we started, and then that's the trajectory, and that's what we retested just now. It's a chance that it caught support here, because it came down and wicked there, and now we're doing some good stuff. I've got a target there too. That is probably a Fibonacci that I'm not thinking about. Oh, you're 7. Are you? No. Yeah. Oh, you're a 786. Oh, dude, XRP is actually doing something bullish AF. If I'm looking at this correctly, let's zoom out and take a look at this. This is what we were hoping that we would see Total 3 do, and it didn't. Do you see? I'm taking a Fibonacci from swing high to swing low, all the way to the bottom there, and it's not lining up as perfectly. There we go. So this line I've got here is our 786, right? And that's where we're looking for rejection. Didn't happen. She came up here, and then this would be another rejection. It just blasted through that. That's bullish AF for one thing. It went up to our 113. It just said, screw you. A lot of times, and what I was looking for Total 3 is that we would accumulate here and then go up here to these areas, right? This one just said accumulate here and then blast through. So it can play out different ways to get to these targets, and I never know what they're going to do. Hell, how they're going to get there, but we know where they can go, and it repeats. That's why the fib strategy is. I love the fib strategy. I keep getting the same repeatable results, repeatable things happening over and over, and I can work with that. They don't always happen, but if they do happen, I know I got a certain choice of things, outcomes to look for, or it can kind of narrow it down to a few little things. Not that we know, but we got probabilities that it'll be either this, that, or maybe one other variation. But we came up there. Now we're on. Now this is where we pull our fib, right? This is where we pull our brand new fib. Swing low to swing high, and we're looking at this area where we're bouncing. We're at an area to bounce and for it to hold. Target $4.74. We'll just get right to we'll just cut to the chase. Target up there. We're just knowing that there is a chance that we could come back as low as that, but I don't see it. I don't see it happening just yet. Okay, we're at the 6 hour, and this is what I'm liking. Unless we're working on an ABC correction. If we do that, we might. That was an ugly line. XRP could come up and then do a rollover. We might see that. That's another play, but I mean, I'm not seeing it though. We could also do some other things. So we look at the secondary trend line, and it gives us all other possibilities. We can come out and do that other one. We saw another one that did just like this, right? There's all these things that we could look at, but there is also that chance that we're accumulating and we don't drop below this little guy, and we start showing some higher highs, higher lows, or whatever there. $4.74. So I've got more promise and hope for XRP at the moment, for where it's finding some support there. And shoot, that makes me feel better about it. Cool. Do keep him on. Could be a little. Oh, Elliot, you think that too? That's weird. I would have figured. Okay. No, I might have looked. Did I look at this earlier? I can actually see that, Elliot. Yeah, your third wave and coming up for your fifth. And what Elliot wave indicator here is saying is that this was an area for us to bounce with that concept. But the fifth wave, your fifth wave can end here at the 3. It can double top, or it goes up for a higher one, which would be pop pop pop. In my world, $4.74. Cool. All right, Elliot, you might be all right. We might go out for drinks later on, Elliot. Oh God, I know you're going to regret it. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me. 26 people. That's all I got tonight. If I missed anything that you asked for, I apologize. Make sure we didn't get any crowdfunding. I don't want to miss any of that. I hope I didn't. I don't think we did. We got MG Motorsport member for 6 months. Thank you very much. Good ass coffee. Road Dog. The pick is still up. Hey, thanks for the shout out. Man. That moment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call it a night. Hour 14 minutes in. Things are looking decent. Bitcoin is looking promising. I think we can hit up to 120, 121. We need to get up through here. This should be the mission for Bitcoin. Higher low, higher high. Hopefully to come up here first, but even if it doesn't, even if it has to pull back and do something like that, I'm cool with any of that. Let's start working up here, knock this guy out, maybe even go for the gusto and get past 124. That would be awesome, but we'll see. They probably won't try that to next week. There is a breakout here, retest. This is bullish, people. It's total 3 you got to be concerned about because she could be coming up for a bearish retest. That's the biggest thing to take away from the night. Altcoins looking good, but they might just look good for a little bit and then not look as good anymore because Bitcoin dominance continues to want to go to the upside. And if she continues to go to the upside, that's going to make altcoins suck again until we get up here, and then we might have a chance to redeem ourselves. So altcoins, take profits when you can because they're going to poop on you the first chance that they get. And that's our interpretation for the evening. Good night, everybody. Now, I didn't even look at the liquidation heat map tonight. Oh, it's down there, isn't it? Oh, she is. She's down there very low. She's on her knees, she is. She's taking it like a chump. Bending over and taking it like a lady at $116,900. We might be going down there to give her the pickle tickle. It's not what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. It's what this freaky perverted liquidation map's saying. Talk to it. I'm out.
Crypto's diving in a moonlit stream. Huddle the line where the profits gleam. Patience my game, I'm the whale in the deep. Scooping the bottom, my profits don't sleep. Round bottoms, yeah, they pay the bills. Stacking my coins, chasing the thrills. Round bottoms, making wealth go round. Crypto's my jam, I'm holding the crown. When the charts crash, I don't run scared. Bull run's coming, my wallet's prepared. Well, in the game, I wait for the sign. Rounded bottoms, the gold's all mine.
Well, look at the price it came, and they got one coming up here flashing at about the 120. Price might be going out to get a little hot tonight. There's still a lot of stuff going on down here. At 117 though, who likes it? Come down there and blow me, baby. Come on. Oh, we can say that last night, late at night, can we? Oh, we're good. Blokey.
Round bottoms, yeah, they pay the bills. Stacking my coins, chasing the thrills. Round bottoms, making wealth go round. Crypto's my jam, I'm holding the crown. Got a fat chart for buy and the bottom so low. The fever's taking hold. Oh, my pulse thunders a wild heart plea. All coins flicker, they're calling to me. War shadow trembles.
She's got a little wiggle in her jiggle.
Craving the chaos, I lose my fight. Crypto fever, it scorches my soul. All coins pull me, I lose control. I quiver with one, break every vow. FOMO's embrace consumes me now. My skin prickles with a reckless thrill. Hype siren song, it bends my will. War drums pound, my heart's ablaze. I plunge headlong in a dizzy haze. Crypto fever, it scorches my soul. All coins pull me, I lose control.
Wow, I don't know. That would be cool, though.
Break every vow. FOMO's embrace consumes me now. Oh, my breath hitches, the charts explode. Desire surges down a reckless road. Every spike tempts, I shed my fear. A FOMO temptress,
Maybe if I can get to a conference, that'd be a good place to do it.
It scorches my soul. All coins pull me, I lose control. I quiver.
I don't know how to be a turkey at the conference.
Break every vow. FOMO's embrace consumes me now. The fever's taking hold.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to say good night, John Boy, and good night to each and every one of you. God bless each and every one. Hope you have a very fortunate day tomorrow and the rest of this week with your trading activities, and I hope you get out there and kill it. Make that life-changing money. Most of the big money is made little at a time, and it's coming. It's coming. Our patience will be rewarded. It is a coming. Good night, everybody. Thank you for hanging out.
I've been stumbling through a market's cruel turn. All coins are crying, left out to burn. Wallets bleeding dry in the dust and shade. Holding my ground where the hole's been frayed. Oh, all coins are crying, tearing at my soul. Drawdowns ripping through this endless hole. Cleaning my stash neath the market's glare. All coins are crying. A fight so